Okay, I want to do a really quick one today, and this is about substitutions. Okay, so when it comes to food, we're going to have to make some substitutions, and that's just part of overhauling our entire eating protocol, like what we're used to consuming on a day-to-day basis. And so that's the game that we're playing a lot of times. We're trying to pick items that are similar to the things that we love eating, but are considerably less calories. And if we can get some protein in there, huge bonus, okay? Because that just helps us get our protein in for the day. So I'll give you an example. I really like eating yogurt in the morning with some fruit and then some granola sometimes, not always, but so a good substitute right there would be, instead of the full fat regular yogurt, I'm gonna get Greek yogurt because it tastes similar, it tastes the same, and it has protein in it, has considerably less calories in it. So Greek yogurt doesn't have as much fat, doesn't have as much as the traditional dairy full fat yogurt. That's a good example. And I still might pick like maybe some homemade granola that has some protein in it that I made myself, instead of buying this like packaged granola that's gonna be loaded with sugar and calories. Or I'll just nix the granola if I can live without it, and I'll just add more fruit, some more berries and things like that, because berries are incredible carbohydrate sources, ton of antioxidants, ton of vitamins and minerals, and they're extremely low calorie. That's what I like about them. So you get more food for less calories. So that's a substitution right there. We're playing that game all week, all the time. So another example is, if I'm used to having 50% of my plate with my starch, so that could be rice, pasta, quinoa, breads, those type of starchy carbohydrates. If I have that 50% of my plate, so now I'm just gonna switch, the order in which the ratios on my plate. Instead of having 50% starch, I'm gonna have 50% vegetables, and then I'm gonna have 25% starch. So I'm reducing the amount of calories, but I'm getting the same food, essentially. Okay, I don't feel deprived. And that's the great thing about veggies, is they're high voluminous foods, meaning you get a lot of it, but it's very, very low calorie. That's why, like, if you want to eat a big salad just full of veggies, you don't want to douse it in ranch because that defeats the purpose. But if you got a big salad and you're being minimal with low calorie dressing, you can eat like a big ass salad with your plate. I mean, that's completely fine. That happens all the time with me. I'll have some meat on my plate, and then maybe a little bit of starch, and then if I want a big salad, just so I feel completely full, so I'm not starving by the end of the night, that's what I'm gonna do. Another example, instead of eating like a granola bar that's loaded with sugar, pick a protein bar that you like, and note the ones that you like. Try them out, because then you're getting less calories and a little bit of protein. If you like pasta, if you like cooking with pasta, try protein pasta, because then you're lowering your calories and you're getting a little extra protein. If you really like rice blends, but they leave you feeling lethargic and kind of blah, you might try a quinoa blend, because that quinoa has a little bit of protein in it and it tastes good. It's usually lower calorie. Instead of doing like an egg omelet, a traditional egg omelet, try doing like one egg and then loading it up with egg whites, because egg whites are pure protein and very low calorie, but it tastes roughly the same. That's the idea here. So if you're doing like 3 eggs for an omelet, try 1 egg, so you get the yellow, you get the yolk, which is the fat source, and then add, a cup of egg whites. That's gonna be considerably more protein, considerably less calories, and it's gonna taste roughly the same, okay? If you're drinking a can of Dr. Pepper every day to kind of like give you that like jolt of energy at 2 o'clock in the afternoon or something, I don't think very many of you are drinking a ton of your calories, which is great. I would avoid drinking calories at all costs, because it's not going to satiate you and it's just going to add to the amount of calories that you're eating. But if you're drinking a can of Dr. Pepper a day, that's 160 calories. Go to diet, taste the exact same, 0 calories. And we don't want to demonize 0 calorie stuff. That, artificial sweeteners have been tested more than any other food substance on earth. The boogeyman, it tends to be, it's not really founded in the scientific literature. Artificial sweeteners are not known to cause any negative side effects. But they do help people prevent eating and over-consuming a ton of extra sugar throughout the day. So that's what we're looking for. We're playing that game. In the morning, we're looking for ways to slash calories and add protein. And that's what we do every single day. And ideally, when we get into a regimen, we find what works for us, we find the things that we like doing, that's when we want to repeat it. We want to eat similar things to week to week. And that doesn't mean you have to eat the same breakfast every single day until you die. It means let's plan 3 that you can go to that are easy to prepare, that you always have on hand, and that way you don't have to think about it, and then it becomes automatic, and then it just becomes part of your life, and it's not a deal. It's not like creating difficult cognitive load and space. Because you'll just naturally do it, just like when you wake up and you just naturally brush your teeth. It should be automatic. That's what makes it easy, and that's what makes it easy to repeat. Okay, so if we need to develop some plans on substituting things,